Hello, Tiger families, and welcome to today's session on getting ready for Family Weekend. We are so thrilled that you are joining us and that you're excited about Fall Family Weekend. It is one of our favorite times of the year. So to start us off, my name is Lindsay McCrory Kelly, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the manager of Parent and Family Programs. And as you know, our office is 100% dedicated to you, our families of LSU students. So today I'm going to talk to you about Family Weekend, give you some information about the schedule of events, how registration works. I'm also going to feature some current LSU parents or former LSU parents to share their perspective, and then we're going to answer your questions. I'm sure you have a lot. So before we jump in, I want to talk about how you're going to utilize the Zoom feature today. So if you're in the chat, I see a lot of you have already introduced yourselves. That is perfect. The chat is a great place to say where you're from, let us know where you're joining us from, let us know anything that you like that we're saying, make little comments, emojis, just have some fun in the chat. But the Q&A feature is what I want you to use if you have a question for myself, my office. I have two of my student assistants in the Q&A who are going to help out with those questions today that you have, as well as we're going to answer your questions live at the end of the session. I am recording today's session. I will post it to our YouTube page afterwards. So if you miss anything, I'm also going to send a follow-up email later tomorrow. So you will get an email with many of these details that we are sharing, but we wanted to take this opportunity tonight to talk about Family Weekend. We are just so excited. So as you know, Family Weekend will be held October 20th through the 22nd. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to visit your tiger. Everyone is invited to attend. It's going to be the weekend of the LSU versus Army football game. It's really exciting because this is the first time that LSU is playing Army since 1931, so almost a century. And we're really excited about the game. It's going to be a really wonderful weekend on campus. Perfect time for you to visit. It's also held in conjunction with homecoming. So this does not happen every year. Most of the times we don't do Family Weekend and homecoming at the same time. But this year we were so excited that athletics announced that we'll be doing it together. And so it's going to create even more excitement, even more energy on campus. It's going to be an even better opportunity for you to visit this year. So as I mentioned, who's invited? Everybody. I love this picture because you can bring as many people as you want, as long as you register and pay for them to attend our signature events. So this family brought a huge family. I love that. Aunts, uncles, grandparents, obviously siblings and parents, cousins, loved ones, any supporters. Students can bring whoever they like. But you can also just bring your immediate family, just a couple people, just one parent, whatever works for your family. So we want you to know that anyone and everyone is invited to attend as long as you register and pay for them. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a moment, okay? So over 8,000 people typically attend Family Weekend. It is our largest event for families each year. It is an LSU tradition, and this will be our 15th year hosting LSU Family Weekend. So we are really excited to celebrate with you. So why should you join us? Or before we, why should you join us? The reason I want you to join us is because it's a great opportunity for you to spend some quality time on campus with your tiger. If you have a first-year tiger, a freshman tiger, they are probably missing you a lot right now, and you might be missing them even more. And so it's a great time to come back to campus, see your tiger in their element. It's a great time to meet and connect with other family members too. So great time to meet your students' friends families, and just get to know other people in the LSU community. I've talked about it before. If you've heard me speak on anything else, LSU is a special place because of the sense of family that we have here and the sense of community. And so I want you to experience that during Family Weekend. And it's a great opportunity for you to continue making those connections with others. It's also a great time for you to experience LSU's traditions, what makes us so special, and especially visiting us during a home football game weekend. That is why we plan our biggest event around football, so that you can experience the excitement of being in Death Valley. And then seeing your Tigers home away from home, what this campus experience is like for them. So it's a special place. I'm so excited for that. Now, before we go in, I wanted to do some polls just to see who is joining us. So I'm going to launch these now, and you should see it on your screen. There are 4 questions for you to fill out. So if you can let us know, our first question, what classification is your tiger? I want to see who's joining us. And then second question, are you a member of the Family Association? Third question, will this be your first LSU Family Weekend? And then lastly, have you ever attended a game in Tiger Stadium? All right, so everybody's filling those out. Awesome. Okay, I have almost everybody locked in with your answers. Love to see it. We've got everybody joining us, really. So far, it looks like we have 90% freshmen. I am not surprised. So excited to see y'all joining us. I know that's your first time, so I'm sure y'all have a lot of questions. We have 5% sophomore, 3% junior, and then we have just 3 senior families. So y'all have done this before. I know you are pros, but you still wanted to tune in, and I love that so much. So I am going to, I think everybody's locked in on their responses. I'm going to go ahead and end it so that you can see all the results. So we also have, let's see, 89% Family Association. Love that. Thank you so much for being members, and you will get access to priority registration starting on Tuesday, September 12th. We'll talk about that process in just a moment. Number 3, will this be your first family weekend? 93% of you said yes. So I love that. So excited. You have no idea what's in store for you. Just get ready. And then only 31% of you have been to a game in Tiger Stadium. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all to experience this for the first time. So you have those responses. Thank you for participating in our poll. Just wanted to kind of see where we are and how we can cater today's content to you. So this is perfect. So I'm going to talk to you today about the agenda first, and we'll go into first our signature events. And so our signature events are things like that we host that are required for registration. So you must pre-register and pay for your family to attend our signature events. And to make the most of Family Weekend, we encourage you to come on Friday and stay for the whole weekend if you can. So make plans to get here by Friday, October 20th, because we have so much going on that day. And we want you to take advantage of all those great programs, plus be here for Saturday for game day. And then if you choose to join us for the final event of the weekend on Sunday, our jazz brunch. So signature events, once again, just to recap, those are events that require pre-registration. You must wear your access badge in order to be granted access to those events. You're going to get your access badge that you see these people wearing on the screen during check-in, okay? So then the next thing is the first event that we have. So this is a new event that we're hosting. So if you've been to Family Weekend before, then this is something different that we're doing. If you looked at the schedule from past years online, I'm super excited that we are partnering with the Campus Life team who hosts Homecoming. So our office and Campus Life are hosting what's called the Bingle Block Party on Friday, October 20th. So this is our first signature event. This is the big event that we're hosting that requires pre-registration on Friday for Family Weekend. It's going to be held from 5:30 to 8:30, and it's a come and go style event. So you can hop in whenever you'd like, and then you don't have to stay the whole time. If you want to stay the whole time, you can. You don't have to arrive right at 5:30. It's whatever works for you. It's going to be held outdoors on Tower Drive, right next to the LSU Student Union, and it's a block party. So you can think of it as our official kickoff to Family Weekend. We have heard feedback from previous families who've attended Family Weekend that they wanted an event on Friday that was really catered to mingling with other families, enjoying some quality time with their student, gave you the flexibility that you truly want to create the weekend that you want with your LSU student. And so that's why we are doing the Bingle Block Party. It's going to have food trucks. Food is not provided during this event. Food trucks you can purchase with cash or credit card. So they'll have different food options available for you to purchase on your own with your family. No alcohol will be served, but you're welcome to bring in your own outside beverages. We also will have games for you, activities. It's like a pep rally. So we'll have various Spirit Squad performers and hopefully some special guests that we are working really hard on. So stay tuned for those details. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to just casually enjoy campus, experience the excitement of getting ready for the big game on Saturday. What I like about this is that sometimes in the past, families have told us, oh, we want to go to dinner with our tiger. We want to treat them to something, or we want to go other places. And so that's why we're hosting Bingo Block Party. You can drop in for a while, have some fun, then go do your own thing with your tiger, then come back to campus, whatever works best for you. Okay, so that's our first signature event. The second signature event is on Saturday, October 21st. And so that's going to be Family Weekend Tailgate. This is what we have hosted every year since the beginning of Family Weekend 15 years ago. And this is the one that you don't want to miss. Our Family Weekend Tailgate is the biggest tailgate that you have seen on the parade ground. We have over 8,000 people there at our tailgate, and it is so much fun. It's the way to celebrate before the big home game. So our tailgate is going to be held on Saturday on the LSU parade ground. It is a big grassy area across from the LSU Student Union, same location that we've always done it. So if you've been before, same spot we're going to be in, you will know where you are based on all the balloons that we have and also all of the tents that we have set up. So stay tuned for that. And a time for our signature event, our Family Weekend Tailgate, will be announced 7 to 10 days prior to kickoff. So game time has not been announced yet for the LSU versus Army game. And depending on when game time is, depends on when we will host our Family Weekend Tailgate. So our tentative time for the tailgate is 1 p.m. until 4 p.m., assuming that we will have a Saturday night game, a night game. If the game starts at 6 p.m. or later, then our tailgate will be held from 1 to 4 p.m. Now, it's going to be a 3-hour tailgate, and same thing as I mentioned for Friday, you can drop in, come and go as you'd like. But if the time for the game is announced to be something sooner, then we will have to alter our time. So I like to just preface everything with, you're going to be registering for these events prior to knowing when game time is. So be sure that you are making plans to be able to be here for the tailgate no matter what time it is held. If the game is an early game, if it's in the afternoon or the morning, we will still have our Family Weekend Tailgate prior to the game time. So keep that in mind as you're making your arrangements. Now, you must pre-register and pay for this event. So as I mentioned, signature event. Now it's a tradition. So what I love about the tailgating is it's huge. We're going to have an awesome band for you. We'll have delicious food, an all-you-care-to-eat buffet that is included in the price of your Family Weekend registration. We'll have, Louisiana-style food. We'll have tailgate-style food. So get excited for that. It's going to be similar menu as past years. So if you've been before, then we'll have our menu posted online for you to look at in advance as well. We'll have face painting. We will have a glitter bar. We will have plenty of photo opportunities, including the 360 photo experience. We will have plenty of dancing for you, lots of fun, inflatables for all ages, and games. And then what I love is we're going to have a cornhole tournament. And this year it is going to be bigger and better than ever. And so you can enjoy that cornhole tournament, start practicing with your family, getting into teams so that you can be ready for winning an awesome prize during our tailgate. Now, no alcohol is provided during our tailgate. However, you are allowed to bring in outside beverages if you choose. Please keep in mind that whatever you bring to the LSU Family Weekend Tailgate, you have to be able to either bring it back to your vehicle prior to the start of the game, or it has to be something that is allowed in Tiger Stadium. Tiger Stadium does have policies, including that clear bag policy. So keep that in mind as you're making your plans. And know that once you register for Family Weekend, we will be sharing information with you about the policies and plenty of details about how you can best prepare to make the most of your experience while you're on campus for Family Weekend. So tents, tables, and chairs are all provided during our tailgate. We have all that set up for you. You are welcome to bring in outside, chairs if you'd like. Some families ask us that, or outside blankets, but we do have plenty of seating available for you during our tailgate as part of the package. Now, the final signature, oh, I have pictures from it. I forgot about these. So we just love seeing y'all on campus. So much fun. As I mentioned, you'll be able to spot the tailgate by the balloons. We'll have plenty of photo ops with the balloons. And those are some family and some matching shirts from last year, our family weekend t-shirts. And then, as I mentioned, we have that glitter bar, we have face painting, we have balloon animals for the kids or the adults. If you want to be a big kid while you're here, we have lots of fun. Now, the final signature event that we host for Family Weekend is our Jazz Brunch. That's going to be held on Sunday, October 22nd. We have 2 times offered for the Jazz Brunch, and those are at 9 a.m. to 10:30 and then 12 to 1:30 p.m. There are also 2 locations for our Jazz Brunch. We do it in the Royal Cotillion Ballroom in the LSU Student Union, as well as the club at Union Square, which is located right across the street from the Union. So they're both within easy walking distance from the Union Square parking garage. Now, we'll have the menu posted on our website as well prior to when registration opens, so you can take a look at that to see what we're serving. The Jazz Brunch is a wonderful opportunity for you to visit campus and visit, with your tiger. It's the culmination of the weekend, so you can reflect on what a wonderful time you've had on campus and enjoy some delicious food. We have a wonderful live jazz band. We also have door prizes for you, which I always get really excited about. And so Jazz Brunch is a really special event for you. Now, here's something to note about the Jazz Brunch, and I want to make sure everyone hears me on this. Unfortunately, capacity is limited. Every year we do look for additional locations, but due to space restrictions, we only have ability to register 1,200 people for our Jazz Brunches. That's based on having 2 brunches in 2 different locations, and that's at maxed out capacity. So when you think about it, about 8,000 plus people come to Family Weekend, and only 1,200 people will be able to register for Jazz Brunch. So this will sell out very, very quickly. It typically sells out within the first day when priority registration opens for our family association members. And I will say that last year, this event did sell out within 1 hour on the first day that priority registration opened. So if you want to be there, make sure that you are ready to register as soon as registration opens for our family association members. Now, I also want to say this: if for some reason this event is sold out by the time that you were able to register for Family Weekend, we do have a wait list for both time slots in both locations. And then we also will give you a list of other places around Baton Rouge that have fabulous brunch options. So if you can't make it to our Jazz Brunch that we're hosting, please know there are so many opportunities for you to still have a great meal with your tiger. You can just do that at different restaurants that serve delicious brunches around Baton Rouge. We have some really good food down here. So more pictures of people who've attended our Jazz Brunch before. It's a really special event, and everything during Family Weekend is just so fun. So I wanted to talk to you about additional events that we're going to host. So our schedule of events will be updated tomorrow, so you'll see that. And in addition to those 3 signature events that I hosted, we're going to offer other things outside of those that are available for you and your family to attend. So many academic colleges and departments are going to host meet and greets, and they'll host educational sessions that you're welcome to attend. And those are free. So take advantage of those. It's a great opportunity to connect with your students' academic college or different departments. They're going to share information about resources, and they make it really fun. A lot of times they offer even free food or free treats for you, like snowballs or ice cream at the dairy store or more. So free events are awesome. And those are going to take place on Friday, October 20th. So that's one more reason why you should arrive on Friday, plan to get here starting by lunchtime so that you can take advantage of all the stuff that we have to offer throughout the whole weekend. Now, something new this year is that we are going to feature zip lines for our LSU families to participate. I am so excited to partner with LSU UREC, our University Recreation Center, and they just launched a brand new outdoor challenge course. The grand opening was today, and so they're going to give families the opportunity during Family Weekend to participate in the zip line. And so the zip line is going to be a great opportunity for you. It will require pre-registration though. So on the registration form, form, when that opens for you, you will see a spot to be able to register your family and yourself for the zip line if you want to do that. That's going to happen on Friday, October 20th. They're going to have time slots available all afternoon, so you could take advantage of that. Just an additional fun thing to do before you join us for that bingo block party. You must pre-register and pay for that. One more time, I wanted to say it. NPHC, which stands for the National Panhellenic Council, which also is known as the Divine Nine of fraternities and sororities on campus, are hosting a step show on Friday night in the Union Theater. And so that's another fun event that you'll be able to take part in. They will have a pre-registration process for it, so stay tuned for that. That does fill up very quickly for registration because they only have about 1,000 spots in the LSU Student Union. But if you're interested, stay tuned for that. And then lastly, I can't forget one of my favorite events, Family Association Bingo. So if you are part of the Family Association, then that means you will have access to our bingo night. Y'all, it gets ruthless. It gets fun. Oh, people are laughing and running up there and yelling bingo out as soon as possible. We have some fun, and bingo night's going to be held on Friday, October 20th from 8 to 10 p.m. You do not have to pre-register for that. Any Family Association members who want to attend are welcome to do so. So we have a lot going on. You'll see the full schedule. I just wanted to give you a preview now, but we want you to cater your family weekend experience based on what you want to see and what works best for you and your student. So it gives you flexibility to really make the most of the weekend. Now let's jump into registration. So as many of you have likely seen already, here are the registration dates. Registration for our Family Association members is going to begin for priority registration on Tuesday, September 12th at 10 a.m. Central Time. So on Tuesday morning, you are going to get an email with a link to register. It's only online registration, and then that link will go live at exactly 10 a.m. on the dot Central Time. Once you get in to register, I'm going to show you what that process looks like in a moment. Then you'll be able to pick and choose what packages you and your family want to register and participate in and pay for. And I'll talk about those package prices in just a moment. I wanted to note there is no code or number associated with your Family Association membership. So you don't have to have anything to get into that. All you need is the email that will be sent to our Family Association members. And your email is what gets you in to be able to access the priority registration. Now on September 19th, that's also a Tuesday, the following week, we're going to open up registration to all LSU families. So everyone will have an opportunity to register at that point. We will post the registration link on our website, lsu.edu/family-weekend, as well as post it on our social media and email it out to all of our LSU families. So that's whenever everyone can register for it. And then finally, registration will close on October 6th. That closes for all LSU families at that point, and that is, or we'll close it when maximum capacity is reached for the event. So whatever comes first. So if we sell out of everything prior to October 6th, then registration will close. Please note that. So now let's talk about the pricing. So we have two package options available this year. These will be the only two packages that you have the option to purchase. We're going back to what we used to do prior to the pandemic, which is we sold packages. So our gold package is the all-inclusive package. It means that you're going to attend our signature events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which includes the jazz brunch. So that's going to be $80 per person for the gold package. Now, that includes your food throughout the event, excluding Friday. So Friday we'll have food trucks available, but the rest of this stuff is all included for you. So you get access to all three signature events as part of the gold package. That includes an all-you-can-eat buffet for Saturday and everything that entails. And then Sunday, same thing. That includes an all-you-care-to-eat buffet for the jazz brunch, as well as the other fun stuff that we offer. The second option for you this year is going to be the purple package. That is $50 per person. And that includes access to Friday and Saturday of Family Weekend. So that includes access to those events, including the Saturday all-you-care-to-eat buffet. Now, we are not doing a tailgate only ticket option this year. So if you attended last year, we did. We are not doing that this year. The only option to be able to attend the tailgate, if that's the main event that you want to attend, is the purple package. Now, we don't do anything a la carte either. So you have to choose one of these packages for each of your family members that plan to register and attend. I want to say one more time about the gold package. As I mentioned, because it includes the jazz brunch, This will sell out very, very quickly. And when you register, you would need to select the 9 a.m. time slot or the 12 p.m. time slot. So while you're thinking about your plans for family weekend and what you want to register for, and you're talking to your family about it, go ahead and talk to your tiger about what time slot is going to work best based on when your flight is scheduled or when you need to get on the road to head home or when your tiger likes to wake up. Think about if they're going to do the 9 a.m. or the 12 p.m., knowing that if one of them does sell out first, you may want to have a backup option prepared just in case. Now, we try to keep costs for family weekend as low as we can. So please know that these prices we do not charge any markup. So I want to just make sure everybody is aware that we don't make any sort of profit whatsoever on family weekend. We actually pay a lot out of pocket for families. This is just the cost for the food and everything that they entail. So please keep that in mind as well. We try to keep the cost as low as we can because I know that travel is expensive and this is going to be a busy weekend for everyone. I wanted to give you some notes about registration, and I included these details on our website, but this is just a refresher for you while we're talking about registration. So all transactions are non-refundable. Once you register for family weekend, you cannot get refunds. So think about that before, really plan out who you want to attend and know that you have the right numbers. And so you are ready for when registration opens, prepared to fill out that form. Now, you will need to register and pay for all LSU family members who are attending our signature events, including your LSU student. I'm putting that in red. So everyone in your family who's joining you for family weekend would have to be registered for our signature events if you plan to attend any of those signature events. So for every single person in your family, you need to purchase either the purple or the gold package for them, including your LSU student. We get questions a lot about why the LSU student has to be registered. And the reason is our office and Family Weekend gets no money from tuition and fees, as well as no money from LSU dining regarding the meal plans. And so students are like every other guest, you have to pay full price for them as well to attend. Only registered family members are allowed access to those 3 Family Weekend signature events. So if your family is not planning on joining us for the bingo block party, the Saturday Family Weekend tailgate, or the Sunday jazz brunch, then you do not have to register for Family Weekend. You can just show up and take part in the other free events that we have to offer and enjoy your weekend with your tiger. There is no charge for Family Weekend for children ages 5 and under to attend, but they must be listed on your online registration form. And I'm going to go over that in just a moment. And then your registration fee does not include football tickets. It does not include parking. I saw that question a little bit earlier, and it must be purchased, your football tickets, separately after you register for Family Weekend. And we'll talk about that in just a moment too. I know I'm talking about a lot, but I really want y'all to feel prepared for this and how everything and making the most of your Family Weekend experience. So to speak of registration, this is what the registration form will look like once you log in. You'll click the link in the email and it'll take you to the first page like this. So you're going to enter your LSU email, not your LSU email address. You're going to enter your email address, not the LSU one. Please disregard what I just said. So enter your email and be sure, this is really important, that you enter an email that you want all communication for Family Weekend to be sent to, including the link to purchase your football tickets. So a lot of times families are just so excited, which I get it, to register for Family Weekend. And then they fill out this form so quickly that they misspell or put a typo in their email address, and they don't get the links timely. So I want to make sure that you on this first page are putting the right email address link. You're going to also choose a password because this is going to allow you, and your password is your own, whatever works for you, to be able to come back and modify your registration later if you need to do anything, if you want to add on a guest later, how any of that works. Now, the next page after you do the first one for beginning registration, step 1, is that you're going to fill out contact information. This is going to be the primary contact. This is going to be the main person. So list either yourself or list someone else in your family that you want communication to be sent to, that is the main contact for you. Now, I wanted to point out a few things on the Contact Us page. If you kept scrolling down, which this is a screenshot, you would see that it is going to ask for your LSU students' information. It's going to ask for their name and their academic college. This is for informational purpose only. It is not to actually register your student. So you are not registering your student on the contact information page. You're just listing their information so that we know that you are tied to a current LSU student. And then we can share that information with our academic colleges and departments. They get an idea of who is joining us from the different students. So when you fill out your students' information on here, that's not actually registering them for any of the packages. Keep that in mind. Now, after you fill out your contact information, the next thing will be for you, because you're the primary contact, to select what packages you want. So if you want purple or gold package, you can select that then. On step 4, you'll select your dietary restrictions if you have any. We do keep those in mind. We do have special areas at the tailgate, a special tent that you can go to if you have any dietary restrictions to get special food options for you. We also accommodate dietary restrictions at our Sunday jazz brunch. Now for Friday, since food is not included in the event, it's on your own with the food trucks that we offer. We have food trucks that offer things, but you can also bring in outside food if you have any special dietary restrictions. Number 5, we will have t-shirts available for you to purchase. So on step 5, you can go ahead and purchase t-shirts for the whole family. The t-shirts are $20 each. They are Comfort Colors brand short sleeve t-shirts. I'm excited for y'all to see the design. We are wrapping that up, so that will launch whenever you see the registration open. And then on step 6 is where I want to talk about next. That's where you're going to actually start to list and pay for packages for additional guests. So once you do steps 1 through 5 and register yourself and finish and get t-shirts ordered, then you're going to click step 6, and that's where you will register and pay for all family members who are attending LSU Family Weekend, including your LSU student. So you'll just click that button right there on the screen that says add another person. You're able to select that person's name. You'll enter their email address if you'd like to do so, to send them confirmation emails as well. And then you'll select what package you want for them, list if they have any dietary restrictions, and then you can keep clicking that button for adding any additional guests that you'd like. So I also, once you register for Family Weekend, wanted to talk about the fact that, I want to say one more thing while we're going through this. If the jazz brunch is full when you get to registration, there is a wait list that you can join. And I also wanted to mention that when you're thinking about who you're registering for Family Weekend, since jazz brunches will sell out very quickly, go ahead and list everyone in your family that you might want to attend the jazz brunch, because if that sells out, but then you decide to have another family join you later, a family member join you later, once it's sold out, we can't add any additional spots, even though you might have someone else in your family coming. So know that once it's sold out, you can add the wait list if you need to do so. And we can talk through questions in a moment. So once you're registered for Family Weekend, you can purchase your football tickets. You are going to get an email with a link to purchase your football tickets. And so I'm going to share my screen with the football ticket information. And so here's our Family Weekend website, and you'll click the football ticket info page. In the email, you'll have the direct link with all of that to be able to purchase your tickets. So football tickets are a separate purchase from the Family Weekend packages. They are not included in the package. You'll purchase these separately, not included in the price of Family Weekend. There are 2 options for tickets. We have the lower level tickets in the north end zone, sections 233 through 236. That will be $75 per ticket. And then we have the East Upper Deck sections 630 through 636, which are $50 per ticket. And so here's the Tiger Stadium seating chart. Hope you can see that on your screen. Everybody give me a thumbs up. And so on that, you can see where the sections are located. So the student section, they enter right here. I'm going to zoom in. The students enter through gate 7. So they're in this section if you haven't been in Tiger Stadium before. So that's where they are seated. So our Family Weekend sections are right here in 233 through 236. So you can see them in that north end zone. So if your Tiger already has a student ticket to the LSU versus Army game, then a great spot for you to try to get is right here in the 233 through 236, because that means that those sections are connected. And so you'd be able to easily just pop back and forth. Your Tiger could walk back and forth and come see you during the game. The other option, though, which has really great vantage point because it's a little higher up so you can see the field really well, is our 630 through 633, and that's the East Upper Deck. So we also have many Family Weekend reserve spots there. So those are the family weekend blocks of sections. Now, I will share that we have a very limited number of tickets available in the lower level. This game is going to be a record-breaking game. We have so much buzz and excitement about it. And so tickets are limited for the lower level. So know that those will sell out probably pretty quickly for the 200 section, but there are many tickets available in 630 through 633, and those are still family weekend blocks of tickets. I wanted to go back to the other page and let me go back. Oops, excuse me. And we'll click back. So I have some frequently asked questions about football on our website as well. So the football tickets. And so we talk about the process. Now, one of the common questions that we get is, should you purchase a football ticket for your LSU student? And so we have the information listed there. A lot of people go both ways. If your student did not purchase the football package this year for freshmen that includes the Army game, then yes, you would want to purchase them a ticket to sit with you in the family weekend block of tickets. If your Tiger did purchase the package that includes the LSU Army game, and then a lot of times students like to sit with their friends, they like to be in the student section, and then they just go back and forth and see their family, or, they don't spend the actual game with their family. That is up to you and your Tiger. So you definitely want to have a conversation with them about that before you purchase your football tickets. But what I want to say is if you want your Tiger to sit with you, then they will need to have a ticket next to you, because there are reserved seats and everything in the stadium except for the student sections. The student section is general admission, but for the rest of the stadium, it's reserved seats. So if you want your Tiger to be with you, they will need a seat next to you for the game. I'm going to stop sharing again my screen and go back to this. So we talked about, I think, most of the stuff for football tickets. If you have not already purchased or gone ahead and made your lodging arrangements, I would encourage you to do so. As far as parking options, you can purchase that on your own now. Let me go back to our website, though. I'll actually share that with y'all, because then you can see a little bit of how parking worked last year, and we'll update this for you as well. So when you're on our page and you're on Family Weekend, you click on Find Parking Information. These are the details from last year that will be similar to this year. So Friday, we talk about you can park in the parking garage and the cost that entails, and you can look at the map. For Saturday, for game day, parking is controlled by the LSU Athletic Department. And so you can click on the parking football map to see the different options that are available. They have some options for you to park for free, as long as you want to get here a little bit earlier in the day. And if you have any questions about this, we are happy to walk you through it. You can take a look at our website too. So there are free parking options available. If you want to do reserve permit parking, you can go ahead and do that through the lsusports.net website. And so I will show y'all now, since you are on camera with us while we're together. So you go to lsusports.net and you go to football tickets, and it is loading. And then you can click on, parking. There we go, football tickets and parking. So click on football car parking. You find the game that you're going to, which is the Army game. And you can go ahead and you can purchase football parking reserved if you want to make sure that you have reserved spot here on whatever is available. Now it has the map listed here, and it's also listed on our website. So I'll go back to that. Says download the football parking map. So things that are in gray over here are all the free lots that are options for you. It's all first come, first serve. And then everything that is color coded would be reserved parking lots. Now, the parking, for Saturday, as I mentioned, that is all controlled through LSU Athletics, but let us know if you have any questions about that. All right, and what to wear for Family Weekend? The last thing I want to talk about is wear your best purple and gold. Get excited. Now, I've talked to you so much. I spoke a lot longer than I thought I would. I had a lot to cover, but I want to give you an opportunity to hear from some of our our former LSU parents to share their perspective about Family Weekend and help answer your questions. And so we are joined by two graduating, LSU family members. So we have Kalita Black and Ginger Thorpe. I'm going to start with Kalita. So Kalita, if you want to introduce yourself. And
hello, everyone. It says that the video can't start. The host has stopped it. So I'm not sure what's going on, Lindsay.
I just added you, so it should work now. It says co-host. So does that work for you? I can see you.
right. Hello, everybody. Go Tiger. I'm Kalita Black. I am from Lawrenceville, Georgia. My son graduated with his master's in May. And if you can't guess, I attended all 5 of the Fall Family Weekend. So that means of the 10, of the 15, I attended 5. So welcome and go Tigers.
I love it. You're wearing everything. You're so spirited. I know you miss it. You could still come back to Family Weekend this year, but you are a loud and proud Tiger mom. I love it. Now, Ginger is another family member who has been to many family weekends in the past. So Ginger, thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, I'm not as decked out as Kalita. I can never, ever compete with her. I'm sure her nails are even purple, but that's okay. I see you. My name is Ginger Thorpe. I live in Huntington Beach, California. My Tiger graduated this spring, actually, and will be attending to get her master's degree, but not at LSU. So out of the 4 years that we were there, we attended 3 of the Fall Family Weekends. Absolutely love it. Have the greatest time, and jealous of all of you who get to experience it for the first time.
Hey, you're wearing your sparkles too. So you're doing the most. I love that so much. Thank y'all both for joining us. Now, my first question is, what is your favorite part about Family Weekend? Ginger, you start first.
My favorite part is really just, being able to spend time with my Tiger on campus, being able to participate in the various activities that are planned. We, always take the opportunity to sign up for everything, and then, just meet a whole bunch of different people, hang out with folks that we've met before, and just have a good time. It's a lot of fun.
I love it. And Kalita, what about you? What do you love most about Family Weekend?
I'm pretty much the same. And I'm sure with Ginger, her daughter being from California, we're from Georgia. So the distance was like we hadn't seen Chandler. So it's always we always wait for Fall Family Weekend to see him for the first time after he goes, when he went off to school. And so that was always the best thing to see him. Of course, again, meeting all the other parents, participating in all the activities. I'm so jealous. You've introduced 2 new activities. So I'm like, wow, they're going to do zip lining. Carson would have loved that. But nonetheless, that's going to be it's going to be awesome. Everybody, you just really want to be in the moment. Yes, I'm a little over the top, but be in the moment and enjoy everything. And Lindsay's right. You're not prepared for what's going to happen for that Fall Family Weekend. The electric spirit that's on campus from the time you get there until the time you leave. So it's just an amazing thing. It just is. I'm going to miss it so much.
I love it. We are so excited about our new events. They're going to be really fun. So thank y'all for sharing. Now, I want to know, what are your tips for making the most of Family Weekend? What are things they need to think about as they're preparing for registration, and then once they register, so they can just have the best time at Family Weekend? Kalita?
I would say pace yourself. You can't do it all. The signature events, yes, definitely do those. But, I guess when we started our journey, we wanted to make sure that we were going to attend every year. So we kind of paced ourselves, and we didn't try to put everything in that first year, that first fall. So you want to do the signature events, because you still want to leave time that you spend some one-on-one time with your Tiger. And additionally, if you have, in my case, we had a younger son. And so we always made and carved out time that the younger sibling could spend time with our college Tiger. And so those, to me, are a couple of things that you definitely want to consider, particularly if you have a younger sibling that really, really misses their older brother or sister.
And then Ginger, Ginger, what do you see?
I probably did the exact opposite of Kalita. We scheduled for everything, right? And I think one of the things that we learned year one is to really set expectations with your Tiger ahead of time. What do they think? Because I thought I was going to be with my daughter and the family 24/7. And she had a lot of stuff going on because she was in a sorority. So she had sorority events that she needed to attend during that time period. A little unknown fact for us was that she also had a test the following Tuesday, pretty big one. So she needed some time away from us also to schedule that as well. So really think about, how does your tiger think that they're going to spend the weekend, and how do you think you're going to spend the weekend, and then figure out how to meet in the middle of that. Kind of like Khalida, I also have a younger one who was coming with us, not in college, and so she wanted to spend time with her sister as well. So we made sure that they got to do things together. And family bingo night is always a fun one for us. My family's super competitive. My parents come down from Vegas to join us out there too. And we just try to make sure that the things that we're doing, that we do together, and that we really spend that time participating and enjoying our time together. I would also say a couple of things. If you're coming from out of state, if your tiger has a car on campus and they're going to be your primary person and your primary ride, kind of think about how that works out. If they've got, other plans, all those logistics factor into really what events that you might sign up for as well. But mostly I would just say, have a plan, but be flexible. Like I said, we overdid it year one and we were all exhausted by the time we were ready to leave. But year two, we realized hey, we love going to the events. Just because it opens up exactly at noon doesn't mean that we need to be there. We can do some other things. And we save time too at the end to, buy groceries for her. We made sure to, check in on, does she want us to meet her friends and take them out to dinner? What can we do that, might still be a plan, but look a little bit different after a while. But every year we kind of learned a little bit more and planned a little better. By senior year, we had it down.
Yep. And we did the same thing. We always would take extra friends to dinner. We'd make time for that. One of my favorite restaurants in Chandler, I always knew that, was Chimes, which is right off of campus. And we always had a meal at Chimes, whether it was lunch or dinner or whenever. I just didn't care, but it was the best food to me. And so we always ate at Chimes. So you want to also kind of establish your own kind of, I guess you could say, tradition, particularly if you're going to come every year. And like I said, we did, for every year LSU had it. We did have the COVID year. But with that being said, you just want to make some traditions for yourself as a part of that process.
Love that so much. Now, y'all talked about bringing a lot of family members. So do you think it's good to bring everybody? Have y'all gone when it's just been, you and your tiger? Like what do you suggest? How many family members should they bring?
Gosh. I think it depends on your families. I have gone with everybody. I've been down there alone, just me and Chandler. And so it just really what works for your family dynamics. With, like I said, with most every year, other than 1 year that I was down there without Carson, he was there because he wanted to be there with his brother. But outside of that, it just really depends on what your family, you know what? And I think the first year, you don't want to overwhelm your tiger. You want your tigers to be able to show them their space. And enjoy that special time with them, because you're going to be kind of in their area and you want to give them the opportunity to share with you what they have. Well, one, they have grown. They will have grown so much from the time you drop them off from move-in to Fall Family Weekend. And so you want to be able to let them show you their new home away from home.
For us, Amy, or I probably shouldn't use names, right? But my tiger, she did not come home at Thanksgiving, and that's always been kind of our big holiday. So for us, family did come. A lot of family did come for every year for Fall Family Weekend. My parents, my brother, like it became a big festival kind of for all of us to get together. And whether or not everybody stayed until Sunday was different, but it was a chance for us to kind of celebrate, because we wouldn't see her again until, late December, typically.
I love that. Now, my last question for you, because I know we're getting a lot of questions in the Q&A in the chat, so thank y'all, keep those coming, is, for families who've never been on campus for game day, what can they expect? And for families who have never been to a game in Tiger Stadium, like how should they prepare? What do y'all want them to know about the day?
Pace yourself on game day. But I'd say preparing to head to the campus is just amazing, and let your tiger lead the way, right? Like let them show you what they want to show you. But if you don't go see Mike and they don't take you over there, you take yourself over to see Mike, because who doesn't want to see a live tiger on campus, quite frankly? But I would say on game day itself, pace yourself. Like there's a lot going on. It can start very early. Make sure that, you really have a plan. If, who's gonna meet where, how are you gonna find each other, what is everybody bringing, and making sure that you just understand what the game plan is for the day. Fortunately, you guys are in October, right? So our first one was in September and it was a little steamy outside, but October, it tends to be a little bit milder, but you got to plan for the day. It might be rainy, just roll with it, have a great time, and just really observe the atmosphere because it's like nothing else.
She's right. It's like nothing else. Definitely want to have your gear. These I purchased.
Oh my gosh, your LSU boots. I love them.
My LSU cowboy boots. I purchased them my first year and I wore them every time I was on campus, and I wear them here in Georgia as well. So you want to be decked out as much as you can. I even have some Tiger Uggs. You want to try, anything that you have that just shows that Tiger spirit. Like Ginger said, it still may be a little warm, so you definitely want to dress cool for those days. There is absolutely nothing like hearing the roar of all of those fans, 2,000 fans. You want to get to the stadium early so you don't miss calling Baton Rouge. You have to be a part of that experience. And so if you've never heard the song Calling Baton Rouge, Garth Brooks, definitely listen to it a couple of times before you get to that stadium. It's the most amazing thing to me. One of the other things is people are just going to be so spirited all around campus. I have never seen anything like the tailgating that goes on, even outside of what is going to be provided by Lindsay's office. There are people everywhere on campus, and it's amazing, the spirit. Everybody wants to feed you. The food smells delicious. The food is delicious. It's nothing like it. And one things, and I always say this because it's just amazing me, I have never seen such large bottles of alcohol in my life until I get to Baton Rouge. It's amazing to me.
That's really funny. Someone talked about drive-through daiquiris in the chat. So Kalita, you're just going on theme with that one.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing to me. And everybody holds their liquor pretty well. So it's pretty good.
Now, as I mentioned, I forgot to say this, but our Friday Bengal block party and our Saturday family weekend tailgate, alcohol is not provided. However, if you are a family who wants to partake, you're welcome to bring in outside beverages. They do not allow glass on the parade ground for Saturday so you can do cans, but just know there's no glass on the parade ground for the family weekend tailgate. Now, Sunday, though, I didn't mention this. If you're doing the jazz brunch, if you do register for that, there will be a cash bar available with Bloody Marys and mimosas. So while we're talking about that, just wanted to put it out there. Now, thank y'all for sharing. I hope everyone's getting excited about Family Weekend. We're getting lots of questions about transportation. And so since y'all have been to so many family weekends and experienced different things, some people have asked us about taking an Uber. Like, have you taken an Uber to campus for game day? Because I think a lot of people are worried about how to get to campus on Saturday. Or have you been at a hotel that has a shuttle? Like, how do you navigate campus? Do you park? What do you do for game day?
We would just drive over from the hotel and just park and just know that's where we were going to be for the day, basically on game day, that is. So we never did do Uber, but we would get there early enough that we would get a decent enough spot. And like I said, we just knew that that was just our day. We were going to be there all day for the most part.
So we've done it both ways. We've had a car there and we've also done Uber. And I would say if you do an Uber, you're not going to take an Uber all the way over to campus. I just want to prepare people for that because sometimes they get backed up and the traffic gets bad. So find a spot close to campus. Chimes sometimes works. We've stopped over there and then just walk across the way. It just depends. Or over at Torchy's Tacos over by the apartments and then walk across. But it can be a little bit difficult with an Uber. I will say that Uber upcharges are definitely high after the game. So again, this is another great opportunity to walk someplace off campus, maybe sit down, have a drink, or grab some food after the game and then call an Uber a little bit later because otherwise it's ridiculously expensive. And also you just might be waiting a while. My hotel had a shuttle one year, but not the following year. So I would call at one of the hotels to see if they have a shuttle service available. There's also some shuttles that are independent and they'll pick up a variety of people from around the various hotels and drop people off at the game day. I Lindsay, I don't know if you have the names of those, but if I can find the one that we used, I'll send it over to you to share out. That's another option that we used one year as well.
And definitely wear comfortable shoes. Definitely wear comfortable shoes because you're going to be doing a lot of walking, even if you park on campus.
All wonderful tips. Now we have some questions in the, we have some questions that I wanted to go over in the Q&A. So will there be a shuttle from the casino? I know that LeBear's does one, but I don't know if like the other ones that are downtown do it. So you can email us or contact the hotel as Ginger suggested, or the casino to find out. Now, if you participate in the family weekend tailgate event, will paid parking be open that early? So yes, the paid parking opens early on the morning of family weekend of the game. So Saturday, October 21st. So if you're doing paid parking, then yeah, you can show up anytime. It's good for all day, the whole game. So you can come, you could do your paid parking spot, come over to the family weekend tailgate, and then you can go to the game and then go back and, use that same spot the whole day. Expect a lot of walking. I know they mentioned it, but definitely wear comfortable shoes because, we're getting 150,000 people on campus for a game day. And so it's a lot, but it's really great. Now, if you want to purchase a parking permit, we are not selling those this year through our family weekend. No packages include parking permits. And then that football ticket link, if you've done it in the past with us, sometimes that when you bought your football tickets, you could also buy a parking permit. Athletics did not do that for us this year. It is all completely separate. So if you want to purchase a parking permit on your own for game day weekend, and you want something that is reserved, you want to pay for something, go ahead and do that through LSU Athletics, through the ticket office. They have parking permits available. I think they also have parking permits like available on resale sites like StubHub, and so you can try that avenue too. But there are free parking options available on campus. You just have to get there early. So depending on game time, if it's a night game, I normally tell families, if you can get to campus by 10 a.m., then you're going to find some of those really decent free parking options. All the locals, all the pros, are going to be sharing more information. So we will have another webinar about 10 days prior to family weekend to go over the nuts and bolts of like truly everything you need to know to make sure that you're ready for it. We'll send you emails too. So don't fret about these things quite yet. Now, LSU does not coordinate a shuttle around campus. I know I have seen some other institutions for game day. So our Tiger Trails buses, aren't running for people to hop on and off during game day. They do suspend services. So that won't be an option. So prepare for a lot of walking. We got questions about football tickets. So I wanted to address that now too. It is in the FAQs on our website. We also have it, in the email that you'll receive with all the details. But for football tickets, yes, if you want football tickets, you do have to register and pay for an event for family weekend first. And then you get the link to be able to purchase your football tickets. It's a confirmation email, has a link to get your football tickets. You could only purchase football tickets for the number of people that you have registered and paid for family weekend. So if you're not coming to any of our family weekend signature events, you're not going to purchase the purple or gold package for each of your guests, then go ahead. You can get football tickets on your own because we only keep our family weekend block of football tickets for people who are registered for family weekend. I'm trying to see, I know we have a lot of other questions coming up. So I'm going to reshare our screen and I'm going to share just going over the package pricing again. Once again, this will be sent to you via email. So if you have questions, you'll see that, but let me see. I'll go back to our signature events for you. And let's see. All right. So let's see. So signature events, one more time. We have our Friday bingo block party, 5:30 to 8:30. Saturday, that is going to be our family weekend tailgate. The tentative time, I saw some people asking that, is 1 to 4 p.m. for the tailgate. That is if we have a night game that starts at 6 p.m. or later. But as we mentioned, if the game is an afternoon or a morning game, then the tailgate time will be earlier in the day. Will be prior to the start of the game. It will be a 3-hour tailgate for you. And then the last thing is the jazz brunch. So a lot of people are asking about jazz brunch. If you waitlist for the brunch, when you waitlist, you aren't actually charged for that event. So when you waitlist, you'll actually have to purchase the purple package and then just waitlist yourself for jazz brunch. So you'll see all those details listed, whenever you go to do the registration it is very easy to navigate. And as far as if you purchase a gold package, then yes, you are guaranteed jazz brunch. I saw some people asking that too. For football tickets, I think there is a small processing fee that the athletic office charges. So football tickets, what we do is we send you a link that the ticket office created specifically for LSU families to get them through the family weekend block. And so I think that you'll be able to see that. A lot of people are asking about this step show. I love that y'all are so excited. So this is something that we were just informed of this morning. And so that's why we don't have all the details on it. I believe it's going to start at 8 p.m. and it's in the Union Theater. The registration for the step show the NPHC step show will not be part of our family weekend registration. They have not gotten all their stuff together and figured out the logistics finally for that of what that's going to look like. So they told me that as soon as their registration opens, they will just send me a link that I can share with all the LSU families so that if you are interested, you can register for that. So now a lot of people
and Lindsay, I would also tell if anybody is interested, have their Tigers kind of keep an eye out for it as well, because I remember Chandler bought our ticket for the show that I got to attend. So I've done it all at all the events. It's one year or another. So yes, I did that. So yeah, he was able to secure our tickets for us. It does get crowded. You want to get there as early as you can to get a good seat. But it is a very fun experience.
Thank you so much. That is a really good point. People are asking about what day that is. So that would be Friday, October 20th at 8 p.m. in the Union Theater. Those are the basic details. I know I don't have everything about it, but as soon as we have information, we'll share it with families. Also, great point, Kalita. Have your Tiger, if they know about it, look into it too. And
and parents, please bring your Tigers a special treat from home when you come. If it's brownies or something that they know is going to make them connect them back to home, I promise you they're going to love that. If you do it, surprise them with something like that, one of their favorites.
Yes, love it. You're the queen of the care packages, so that's perfect. Now, I see someone also asked about pre-registering for zip lining. So yes, zip lining will be part of your family weekend registration. So it is a separate charge from the purple or the gold package. They have told me that it will likely be $10. So I meet with them tomorrow to finalize that before registration opens. If you want to do the zip lining though, they said it would be $10 per person and they'll have those details on our registration form. So and then I see somebody asking about recommended jersey color. So queens of former parents, I know y'all always have the best wardrobe. What should they wear for the game? What jersey color and other stuff should they wear?
Jersey, Chandler always wore, I think, a white one, but I guess the home games are purple. I don't even know. It depends on what the home games are, but Chandler had one he wore every game. So he was stuck on that. I had a new dress every year. So, and even like this one, it has, I can't say, it has tigers on it. Ooh, has a tiger print. So it's just what you want to do. I mean, even like I said, in October, it's still going to be probably a little warm. And so you just want to stay cool. And it's really funny. The young girls, the college student girls, they always dress up to me. They all have on cute dresses and things. So I've always worn a dress because I like to try to stay cool.
I was going to say, I usually wear a dress as well. As far as jersey goes, my daughter is the same way. She has a white jersey that she would wear on the days that she wore a jersey and her little cowboy boots and all that fun stuff that they do. Like you said, Kalita, everybody gets pretty dressed up, but there's no such thing, I think, at LSU. Honestly, in my own personal life, is too much purple, gold, or tiger stripes. So
it's never
more
too
the merrier.
Much.
My daughter's actually heading back to Baton Rouge this weekend for the first home game, and she already stole my tiger sequined earrings and a few other things that probably she would have made fun of me her freshman year for having.
And guys, you can get things Amazon. Just search the web for reasonably priced jewelry and things like that. People have asked me where I got my boots, and I just kind of got them online. They're called game day boots. I do have a really quick, Lindsay, if you have time, a funny story. The first time I ever wore my boots, I was so excited. Had my little purple dress on. I wanted everybody to see my boots. It was in the low 80s before I went into the stadium, and I was sitting in the lower section. Got up to go out to use the bathroom, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pass out. So long story short, I did almost pass that because I kept hearing people say, we're losing her. And all I was thinking about the whole time was like, my boots. Now everybody's going to see my boots. I'm laying in the middle of the floor at Tiger Stadium. So yes, it does get hard. But that was my first experience with my boots. So everybody got to see them that passed by and saw me in the wheelchair.
Oh, honey.
Oh, Kalita.
I love it. I love it. We get some questions about dogs. So yes, you can bring a dog to the Family Weekend tailgate as long as it is on a leash. We have had people bring that before. You'll see, dogs all over campus. And so, yep, that's something to think about. As far as small businesses to recommend for Tiger apparel, we can, if y'all email us, because I know we're running out of time, we can definitely direct you to some local boutiques and stuff that have lots of stuff that you can also do online. But Kalita or Ginger, do y'all happen to remember any that you want to plug?
Oh yeah, Flirty Girl just opened up in Baton Rouge, and it's FLEURTY. So they just opened up their store in Baton Rouge, and Lauren's kids, all three of them go to LSU. So she's always got game day gear. She's got earrings. She's got the little white boots with the tassels on them. She's got everything. Always love this came from Flirty Girl as well. So always have good stuff over there.
Etsy has some things, and so does, I think I forgot the other one, but Etsy is good too. Sometimes they have good things.
Great suggestions. Thank you for the shout outs. If you want to email us though, I'm going to share our contact information at the end. If y'all want additional recommendations, we can definitely make sure that you have great attire prepared for Family Weekend. Now, some more questions that I see in the chat. Bingo on Friday night. So bingo, once again, it's just for our Family Association members. Kalita and Ginger always went to, had a lot of fun. So for bingo, that is going to be, we have 2 sessions of that. They're each 1 hour. So we have an 8 p.m. and a 9 p.m. Now, I don't know what time the NPHC step show ends. And so we already had our game night plan for that time frame. So we are locked in since we just found out about the step show. So you may not be able to attend both. Just keep that in mind. Ours start at 8 o'clock, and then the second session of bingo starts at 9:10. So we have those 2. They're in the ballroom in the LSU Student Union. And in order to get into the bingo, you just have to have your name tag on, and then we'll verify the Family Association membership from there. So I saw a question about if parents are coming and you are not, then they do not need any sort of Family Association membership card. We will identify them on our own. So don't worry about that one based on your registration. And as far as when you register for Family Weekend, this is a great question too. Does it have to be with the same email address that you registered for your Family Association membership? Yes, if possible. That just helps us more easily track and know that, you are indeed a member of the Family Association, and that people who are taking advantage of the priority registration are the ones who are part of the Family Association. So I saw a question about, do you have to buy the purple or gold package to be eligible to buy the zip line? The answer is no for that one. You can just purchase the zip line on its own with no purple or gold package. If you don't want to do Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you just want the zip line on Friday, yes, you can purchase that on your own through our Family Weekend registration. Now,
hey guys, don't forget, Lindsay, about the bookstore, and you can use your 10% discount to get you some gear there as well. So
yes, no, that's a wonderful point. So we didn't talk about that. Check-in for Family Weekend. You'll see all of this in the emails that you'll receive, but check-in will be held in the Barnes & Noble at LSU bookstore. It's on the 2nd floor. And so when you arrive for Family Weekend, you can come check in, and that's where you're going to get all your stuff. If you pre-registered and pre-purchased t-shirts through us, you'll get them then. You'll also pick up your access badges that are required for entry into the signature events. If you could pick it up anytime on Friday, October 20th, and will be available on Saturday, October 21st for you to pick up your stuff during check-in as well, either of those days. You can also, if you prefer, send your LSU student to come by on Friday to go ahead and get the stuff so that when you arrive by Friday night or Saturday morning, that you can just get everything from your LSU Tiger. Don't have to wait in any of the check-in lines. So we'll send y'all all those details via email, but I know in case you're wondering that. Now, all of this that we're talking about will be in an email and on our website. So if you missed anything, you'll get it in writing as well. You will also get a copy of this recording. So we're going to post it to our YouTube page, and we will also have it in the email for you. So you can take a look at that. Now, go back to the package prices because I know people wanted me to revisit that. So I'm going to put them on the screen one more time. And for the Family Association discounts, you get discounts for your 10% off at the bookstore, as Kalita mentioned. That's great. And then you also get 10% off at the Cook Hotel. Awesome. All right, guys. So does anybody have anything else? Ginger, Kalita, any last thing that you want to share about Family Weekend?
Have a fantastic time. Kalita and I will be jealous since we're not going to be there. Deck yourselves out. Love to see all the pictures that Lindsay and team post that weekend with all the tigers. So just have the best time.
Just make sure you enjoy yourself, enjoy your tiger, let them take the lead on game day for sure. And then just some of the events, again, I always say that, but you just want to make sure that you enjoy them and let them just show you their space now. But you're going to have a great time. Go Tigers. Oh, I'm so jealous.
Oh, it is the best time. So thank you so much, Ginger. Thank you, Kalita, for sharing your perspective, for y'all being super Tiger fans and hopping on, even though your students are alums now. You're always part of the LSU family for us. Now, I know we still have some questions in the Q&A and on the chat, so I'm going to stick around and I will answer those. I'll type them up if I haven't responded yet, but thank you all for joining us. Once again, you're going to get an email tomorrow afternoon with the details that we covered today, as well as a copy of this recording that you can refer back to. As always, our office is here if you have any questions. So I'll share our contact info on the screen so that you can contact us if you have any questions. Ooh, let me go back to that. So our email address is listed there, our phone number. By now, I'm sure y'all are all familiar with those things, but want to make sure that y'all know we are here for you. If you have any questions along the way, you're going to get lots of emails from us once you register, but stay tuned for all kinds of great information. We are so excited to see y'all at Family Weekend. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.
Go
and
Tigers!